In this video, I am going to be looking at what you should bring to university with you in order to be prepared for learning. My name is Waffling Wilson and welcome to Learning at University. Hello and welcome to this series of videos which are going to be looking at how to be prepared for learning at university. My name is Waffling Wilson and I'm a senior lecturer working at a university within the higher education sector. So these videos are going to be focusing on how to get the most out of university with respect to learning. You might be starting university for the first time, or you might be looking for some support after studying at university for months or even years. It really doesn't matter. These videos are going to be focusing on learning and will be supportive to you no matter where you are in your university experience. Stop! I need to make you aware of what this video is not. This is not a video about which pots and pans to bring or how to make friends in the first week. There are plenty of those types of videos out there and I'm probably not that well qualified to talk about making friends. But what I can talk about is learning and how to get the most out of that aspect of university life. Remember, if there are any other themes that you would like me to talk about on these videos, then just let me know and put them in the comments below. So what should you bring with you other than the pots and pans in order to start learning at university? Well, the first thing you need to do is make a decision about how best you learn. Now, don't let anybody else dictate this. You decide what is best for you and stick to it. University learning is all about independent learning. So, have ownership over this. And you need to decide whether or not you are an electronic person, i.e. you're going to keep your notes in an electronic format and take notes on a laptop or a mobile device, or whether or not you're a paper person, whether or not you like to handwrite your notes, use a pen and paper, highlighter pens, etc. Or maybe you're some sort of hybrid between the two. However you prefer to take your notes, then make that decision early on and then stick with it. So the first thing that I would say to you about what to bring to university to start learning is to bring some kind of calendar. Now, it's going to be really important that you keep organized, and that might be to remember what time sessions are, what dates assignments are due in, when you have to actually be places. And for that, I would recommend bringing a diary or a calendar of some description. So this could be a calendar that's on your mobile device, or it could be a physical calendar or diary that has plenty of room to get lots of notes onto each sort of like day. Try not to bring anything too tiny because you want plenty of room to write and scribble and stick post-its in. The other thing that I would recommend that you bring is one of these, a wall calendar. Now, there'll be plenty of those available during Freshers Week or Welcome Week. So keep an eye out for them and see them going cheaply or absolutely free. These are really good for putting assignment dates, holiday placements, anything like that on, so you can see your semester and a year at a glance. one. Now next, I would say to you, think about how you're going to take notes. You're going to be taking notes down in sessions from books, and it's really important that you know how you do this best. If you are a pen and paper person, then bring plenty of paper and pen. Buy that favorite type of paper that you really like, and buy plenty of pens, and bring pens along for you, like highlighters and writing pens, different colors, etc, etc. I think this is a really good idea for you to ask other people to buy for you, especially if they're keen to support you as you're going away to university. So, you know, aunts and uncles, cousins, etc. If they're saying, oh, we'd really like to buy you something, then let them buy you quantities of paper and different color pens. And the other thing that I would definitely buy are Post-its. I'm definitely a Post-it person, and I found a huge amount of use for quite a variety of them. It's really good to start off with one of those variety packs and then decide which ones you use the most, and then buy those again in the future. Now, if you are somebody who prefers to take electronic notes, then please first of all check and see what the university that you are going to go to actually provides for you. It's beneficial to actually use this software, since there will be people at university that can help you. Alternatively, most universities will provide you with programs that you are familiar with, for example Word, but there are also things like Apple Notes and Evernote. If you're used to using that, then that's fine, but please make sure that you have some way to sync these across devices, and somewhere that you can find all of them at one point in the cloud, for example. Also, make sure that you structure, if you're using Evernote, for example, that you structure it in the sense that you've got notebooks for each module in there, so you keep your notes organized. Now, I'm going to do another video about how to keep yourself organized at university, but organization, it's really good to have a strong foundation for it. So one of the things that I would be saying to you is decide how you're going to organize your notes. And it might be that you use A4 folders like these. Think ahead, and if you can buy them cheap and you can carry them to university, then bring them along. But if not, don't worry, because you might want to get into the actual modules and your sessions to decide how many folders you actually need. This also allows you to go on a shopping trip with your colleagues, with your new friends at university on the first couple of weekends to get to know the local town. What I would definitely have is probably one of each of these folders for each module, but an extra one. And that extra one is the one that I would recommend that you carry around with you to all your sessions through the day. That folder would just have your spare paper in, and you write notes on that, or copies of your PowerPoint that has been given to you, so you can write on that. A good thing to do at the end of the day is then to take that folder and decant your session notes off into the other folders. Now, if you are using the electronic method of note taking, whether or not these are Word documents in folders on your cloud storage or USB drive, then try to get organized. Try to think, well, I'm going to have one directory for the year, and within these a whole load of other directories, one for each of your modules that you're taking. Remember, a lot of information will come to you electronically, so it's a good idea to have some form of electronic storage for it. You do not want to be spending a whole load of printer credit printing everything out. If you are using electronic, then please make sure you check what the university is providing for you. Many universities will provide you with cloud storage with Office 365 or something like that, and this is really important to use. If you are actually using USB drives, then please ensure that you have some that are are really robust and will actually hold your data, but also please remember to back them up. Okay, and even if you're doing this every night or every end of every week, then please do it. Remember, for every gap you take to back up, that's how much work you will miss. If you want my opinion, invest in online storage, cloud storage, preferably what the university recommends you to use, and store it there. It will be backed up by the university and therefore you've got it. I would, no matter whether or not you're a paper or electronic person, excuse me, recommend that you purchase a USB drive that you can take away and use in between sessions, or to copy and paste things from your university computer. Now, the final thing that I suggest that you bring to you is one of these, a pencil case, that faithful pencil case. Now, I'm a completely techie person and I use my laptop or my MacBook and cloud storage, but I still carry around to sessions a pencil case with me. In it, you can put things like propelling pencils, colored pencils, Sharpies, highlighters, pens, Post-its. Oh, and a small pair of scissors is always useful, as well as a Pritt stick. Now, I would always make sure I pop this into my bag as I'm going off to sessions. You never know when you'll require a pen to sign something, or that pair of scissors will come in handy. Now, just before we leave this topic of what to bring to university to prepare for learning, I get asked a lot about what books to buy and whether or not I should bring my A-level notes with me. Well, answer to this is quite simple. If you have the space, then bring them along. You know, if you've got the space, then they're not going to be wasted. But I would not buy any books. Okay, a lot of the time ex-students might be selling off books cheaply, and you might be very keen to buy them and see them as a, get them while they're cheap. But I would say to you, wait till you're on your course and you hear officially from the university and they tell you which books they recommend. There are different editions of books, and sometimes the information has changed and been brought up to date, which means you want to get the newer edition. Also, nowadays, a lot of books are like e-books, and so these will be available from your university library free of charge, that you can look at and download and view at any time. So if you've got some space, then bring your books, but if not, do not panic. See what your tutors recommend and also use your library. And that's it. I hope this has been helpful, and remember, if you would like me to cover anything else about university to do with learning, then please just let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press that bell button so you get a notification when the next video goes live. So until next time, have fun and happy learning. This is Waffling Wilson signing out.